What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So I finally did it. We finally reached the 50th video on this channel. So I figure, with that being said, that we do a Q&A. Because this is like a family, guys. And you gotta get to know me. I gotta get to know you. We'll all become closer. Okay? So, I figure I've been doing a bunch of eating challenges lately. So I figure, why not go out and get myself a nice pizza. A medium. It's an 8-cut. Nothing too major. Nothing, you know, too big. We'll eat some dinner, and I'll chat with you guys. Now, I posted on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, Instagram and Facebook. Those are the two options I use for getting questions. So, I have a decent amount of questions, and hopefully, you know, I have enough pizza to answer them all. So, I guess I'll start off by saying that a fun fact about me is that I actually can't eat pizza without ranch dressing. Okay? I will literally not touch it if I don't have ranch dressing. I heard that's a Pittsburgh thing, maybe a Pennsylvania thing. I don't know. But won't touch it. I have to have ranch dressing. Whew. This does look good though. I got my favorite toppings. Pepperoni, banana peppers. I normally get a little bacon on there too, but you know, I decided I got to eat this whole thing, so take it easy on the bacon. Had a pretty heavy lunch today too. This isn't some national chain pizza store either. It's a local place. If you're from southwestern Pennsylvania, unless you're West Virginia like I am, it's called TNT Pizza. They have pretty good pizza. Reasonable prices too, guys. Alright guys, so first piece of pizza's down. Pretty good if I do say so myself. So, let's go through a couple questions here, right? So the first one comes from Legion Fitness. And his question is, what got you into fitness? Well, it probably started when I was about, let's say, 16, 17 years old. It probably started when I was about 16, 17 years old. That was my dog. He always does that when he hears me talking. It's like his way of getting attention, if you heard that background noise. Anyway, it probably started when I was about 16 or 17 years old. It was basically, for lack of a better term, I was a fat kid. So, I started wrestling in high school. It would have been my sophomore year, was my first year of wrestling. Just to kind of lose weight and get in shape. My friends kind of pushed me towards it. And then, you know, I wanted to get better at wrestling, so you have to get stronger, you have to get in better shape. So I started going to the gym during the off season. It wasn't consistent, it wasn't anything, you know, it wasn't what it was today. I had no idea what I was doing, I had no idea about diet, I had no idea about routines, programs. All I did literally for the first 2 years I went to the gym was dumbbell bench press, and I'd superset that with dumbbell concentration curls. And I used the same weight for both of them because I used 20-pound dumbbells. So that was 2 years of training like that. And then I probably got serious into fitness probably more so like early to mid college, I would say. It wasn't my first year and a half of college. It was probably after I transferred schools. I don't think I ever told you guys that. I transferred out of the school I was at after 3 semesters, so it was probably after that I started to take it more seriously. And then I started to get stronger and, you know, actually started to pay attention to diet and stuff like that a little bit more. And then, like I said, it really didn't turn into what it is today until probably about 3 years ago. So, you know, it's been a journey, guys. That's all I could say about that, but got into fitness probably about 16, but probably started taking it seriously about 27 is what I would say. So, answered that question. So let's eat a little more pizza here. I got hungry answering that one. That was a long one. I also forgot to mention, guys, I eat like a 5-year-old. So if I get stuff on my face, I didn't grab napkins. This setup took 20 minutes, and I didn't grab napkins. So, it's going to happen. Alright, second piece of pizza down, guys. Let's go ahead. Ollie Jean here has 2 more questions. Be question 2 and 3. I ate 2 slices of pizza. Before we go to my 3rd slice of pizza, I'll answer both these questions. Alright. So, food stuck. Alright. Alright, so Ollie Jean, or not Ollie Jean, sorry, Legion Fitness. Get them confused sometimes. Legion Fitness, his second question is, if you had to give up one exercise, what would it be? That's an easy one, no doubt. Bicep curls. That's not even, I don't even have to think about that one. I trained biceps all of 4 times last year, and it's almost, let's see, by the time this video comes out, it'll be almost February. And I've probably have done them, actually I'm trying to bring them up now, so I did them a little bit more this year. But yeah, I don't train biceps when I'm seriously training. If you guys are following my bodybuilding series that I put out, which I got to finish releasing the videos for that. I know, I see you, Skipper. I'm having dinner with my subscribers over here. Anywho, where was I? My dog wanted my attention. Anywho, but yeah, it would be biceps because, like I said, they don't do anything for what I do. I train powerlifting. The only reason to train biceps and powerlifting is for injury prevention, and that's only, on deadlifts, really, because that's when your, ligaments and tendons are exposed. Yeah, that'd be about it. And the final question from Legion Fitness is, if you could train with anyone, who would you want to call? Well, I'd always call the Ghostbusters, but I'm assuming if I could train with anybody, who would it be? There's actually quite a few people I'd want to train with. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason as to why I want to train with some of these people. That phone's on the charger, so I got to keep it close to that wall. If I was going to say, if I wanted to train like bodybuilding like I'm doing now with this break that I'm on, it would definitely be Ronnie Coleman. I think it'd be great to train with the guy. In terms of powerlifting, I would like to, maybe one day be able to work out with the guys from Aesthetics, Simon and Garrett, or even Max Shooting. Those are other YouTubers. In terms of professional powerlifters, I think it'd just be crazy to just go to Barbell Commission up in New York, or not Barbell Commission, but where Kevin Oak and Larry Wheels train, and just watch them work out. And I would not even train myself, like just to be able to witness, what they can do. I think that'd be pretty crazy to do or see myself. So, like I said, it's a pretty broad range of people. But yeah, definitely, in terms of true working out, if I'm sticking on powerlifting, I definitely like to see Larry Wheels and Kevin Oak work out. If you guys have never seen them, just go ahead and type it in YouTube. It's disgusting, the stuff they can do. Absolute freaks. So, let me go ahead here. Get another slice of pizza in here. Can't tell if I'm getting a halo off of this over here. Is that better? I think that's better. Alright. Almost done with this pizza here. So, next question. I don't know if anyone else has that, but like the food gets stuck right here whenever I eat. Anyways, next question comes from none other than Miss Nicole, who you guys saw in the Beast and Belle episode. There will be another one. There will be. We're working on it. It's going to happen. She's on the sideline with a little injury, and like I said, I'm taking a month off here to let myself heal up. But her question is, what are 5 tips you wish you had known before you started bodybuilding, powerlifting, excuse me, anything like that? 5 things I wish I had known. First thing is diet. I wish I had known how important diet was and how, it played such a role in your body, in growth, weight loss. I knew that, if you eat less, you lose weight. If you eat more, I always thought you just got fat, whatever. That was young and naive and not knowing, but, I wish I had known how crucial diet was. I also wish I had known how crucial, I guess these go hand in hand. Rest and taking care of yourself was. I was a typical college student. I, sleep 4 to 6 hours a night when I was easily at my, I could have been at my best and, continuing forward now. But I was sleeping probably only 4 to 6 hours a night and eating like crap. Partying, typical college student lifestyle. We all did it, right? So, rest and recovery, taking care of your joints and everything. Getting better about that as I get older. I guess it comes with time. You learn how to take care of yourself. You learn how to read your body, what it's telling you. All that stuff. The third thing I wish I had known, and this might sound stupid to a lot of you. Most of you probably figured it out. But I wish I had known how much of... What's the right way to word this? I wish I had known how much of the fitness industry was steroid users. Because I always thought when I was younger, if you take this Celtec creatine or you take this protein powder that I take, you're going to look like me and you're going to have these giant muscles. And then, you come to realize that that guy doesn't even take that crap, and basically he's just selling you, he's a snake oil salesman. He doesn't take that crap. He's actually out there, injecting himself with actual gear, and you're sitting here drinking your protein powder hoping for 34-inch arms. It's not going to happen. Fourth thing, I wish I had known. Wow. This is a lot of things. I wish I had, stuck to a routine and programming earlier on. That was the hardest part of everything, really, for me, was finding something that worked. And that's going to be the hardest part for everybody, is finding something that works for you. Everybody's body's different, we're all going to respond differently to different programs. I can go do 4 sets of bicep curls with a barbell, and that's it for a month. And you can do, 4 sets of bicep curls with a barbell, 4 sets of dumbbell curls, all these different things for your biceps, and, never achieve the results that I have or anything. It's just, you got to find what works for you and what works for your genetics. And the final thing I wish I had known, I guess number 5, if you're keeping track at home. It's actually kind of a tough one. I said rest and recovery, diet, performance enhancing drugs, routine. I guess this is kind of in that category, but not. Consistency. I wish I had realized how much consistency was key to this. There's a couple gaps in my history of doing this that are actually quite extensive. Just time off from the gym, certain family issues, not family issues, but personal issues, stuff coming up. So, if I had been more consistent, I'd probably be a lot further ahead than I was. But, nose to the grindstone, guys, and just got to keep on pushing forward. All right. Something hard in that piece. All right, next question comes from, actually, my father. He asks, do girls look at your butt when weightlifting? And the answer is actually, not that I know of. I actually have more guys say stuff about it than I do women. If you guys watch my videos, you see that I wear stretchy pants a lot. I don't care. It makes it a lot easier to deadlift because the fabric from shorts and everything gets bunched up when you're pulling up the bar. You don't have to worry about that. For squats, you can see your depth easier because you can see your knees and your hips. Alright, that's why I wear them. Sometimes on bench day, I wear them just to weird everybody out at the gym. That's really the only reason I do it. But realistically, as far as I know, most girls don't look at my butt at the gym. It's mostly guys, and they're the ones that actually make the comments about it. No idea why that is. Alright, halfway done with the pizza. And I'm pretty sure halfway done with the questions. We're doing pretty good. Alright. Get a bite here. This talking really makes you hungry. If you guys are YouTube creators yourself, do one of these videos. And you're going to talk and you're just going to be hungry the whole time. Like, I started hungry. This is my fifth slice of pizza, I think fifth. I don't know. Probably fifth. And I'm like hungrier than when we started. It's good though. So, next question actually comes from my boss at work. And he asks, what is the meaning of life? See, if I don't know the answer to something, I can just fill my mouth with food. And I can think about it. Anyways, the meaning of life. It's a simple one. I didn't even need to think about it. The meaning of life is to lift heavy shit until it's not heavy anymore. That's the meaning of life. Double check I was in frame there. This looks foggy for some reason. I know we're like 20 minutes in, and there probably aren't many of you watching still, but if this looks foggy or something, let me know. Maybe it's just a screen. Anyways. All right. Man, Pete does not agree with me. Alright, so the next question actually comes from my boss's wife. And if you guys have ever seen me, I wasn't doing this last year at the Arnold Classic. That is a dog hair. Anyhow, I don't think I've actually ever worn this shirt, but she's the one who actually made me my very first Dog Pound Fitness shirt. Excuse me. And if any of you guys are interested, if anyone wants to know, she actually has an Etsy shop online. She makes really good stuff. So, if you guys want to know what it is, just comment down below and I'll give you the link. Anywho, so her question was, if you die, what happens to your MySpace? Now, for those of you that are too young to know what a MySpace is, it was the Facebook of social media before Facebook was a thing. It was actually in some ways a lot better, and in some ways it was a lot worse than Facebook. It just depended on where you stood on the, fence. But, if you do die, what happens to your MySpace? Well, What could happen to your MySpace? Because I know MySpace is all like banned stuff now. It's not like Facebook like it used to be. So everyone's profile's technically deactivated, I think. Last time I checked. So maybe they just make all the deactivated profiles into some mega band and then sell tickets with voice. I have no idea. It just goes away. I don't know. When you die, your MySpace becomes a band page and a band is named after you. Alright, so we got 2 pieces of pizza left. And we got 3 questions left. I need a little bit of water. This pizza is not moving. Need to ranch up, as they say. Alright. Seriously, this looks like fuzzy, like over here. Like, is this fuzzy right here? I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Alright. So, the last 3 questions are going to come from actually a high school friend of mine. And she asked for asking all these questions if I could shout out her Instagram. So I'm going to put her Instagram right around here. And I'm going to keep it there while I finish these last 2 pieces of pizza. And they aren't warm anymore, so this is terrible. Anyway. Our first question is, what supplements do you take? Alright. I did a video on this. It was one of my original videos. It was basically me droning on and on and on about supplements and what they do. Frankly, I can't even watch it. So, you know, it's just very robotic and very, here's supplements, here's what they do kind of thing. So, my supplements do change. I don't really run anything consistently. What I do, this may shock a lot of you guys, but I actually don't use a protein shake consistently. I'll always keep protein powder in my house. But I maybe do a shake once a week. Because remember, it's in the word what they do. Supplements. They supplement your diet. So if I'm getting enough protein in my diet, which I usually do because my appetite just keeps on increasing and increasing, I actually don't need to, you know, take a protein drink. If I do, it's usually pea protein. It's better for you than whey. If you want, I can do a video on it. Simple as that. I always take pre-workout. Pre-workout is the one thing that I always will take. I don't care what anyone says, whether you're supposed to cycle on it, cycle off it. I don't care. Okay, I'm going to take pre-workout. Even if I'm not working out, I'm going to take pre-workout. I don't care. Alright, it's as simple as that. So, other supplements I take. I started taking, actually 2 days ago, so it's really not even that I take it. Glucosamine, conjoined with MSM. I figure with my back injury in September, you know, in between your vertebrae is all joints, essentially, so I should probably take care of it. I take biotin. That's why my beard and my hair are awesome. You know, that's just a tip for you guys. It might seem weird to take biotin, but do it. You know, your hair and stuff will thank you. And your skin. You know, I guess I have nice skin. I don't know. The only other supplement I take aside from pre-workout, excuse me, is a little bit of branched-chain amino acids. And they have glutamine in them. They're like the best aminos or whatever they are by BPI. I can get them at Walmart. So, it's cheap. And they actually taste good, so I'm not going to... You know, it's like almost drinking that what's that stuff you mix in the water? You know, the Crystal Light. That's what it tastes like. It's like fruit punch Crystal Light, and it probably has health benefits, and you know, aminos are essentially protein, so like the building blocks of protein and blah blah blah. So I'll take that, and glutamine helps with recovery and sleep. So you know, who doesn't want better sleep at night? So. All right, so her next question is, who is your inspiration? Like, who do you look up to? This has actually changed over the years. And it's mostly due to the fact that, you know, you get older, you have different goals, different, you know, stuff like that. So, now when I first started working out, you know, I wanted to look exactly like Sylvester Stallone in, it's called First Blood, but it's Rambo. It's the very first Rambo movie. To me, that was the ideal physique. You know, he wasn't like giant and massive, but, you know, he was big enough that you could tell, like, you know, he worked out, plus he was lean. You know, so that was my ideal physique, and that's who I wanted to look like. And then as I got older, you know, started looking more into bodybuilding and stuff like that, rather than functional fitness, I guess you could say. I started looking up to Ronnie Coleman. You know, he was just, to do what he did, and, you know, he was unlike any other bodybuilder at the time. So, you know, it just happened that he was at the top when I was at my formulative years, I believe is the proper way to say it. So, I also looked up to Kai Green for a little bit. This may shock some of you guys because it seems like I'm reverting back, but I actually, you know, sort of looked up, and he actually kind of got me back into fitness. Just listening to him was Ziz, Z-Y-Z-Z. You know, he is gone now, but he was a motivation, inspiration for a little bit. And now, you know, that I'm older, not old, I'm just older. You know, everyone that I would look up to would be younger than me. So at this point, you know, rather than looking up to someone, I hope that people look up to me, and I can serve as an inspiration to others, you know, especially as I progress and get older. All right, final question. I made it, guys. This is a final slice of pizza. So we actually, total shot in the dark, spaced this out properly, too. Alright, so, final question is, let me wet my whistle here. Ooh, okay. Food got stuck again. I was not meant to eat large quantities of pizza. Alright, so, final question. How do you figure out your macros correctly? How do you figure out your macros correctly? Every app I use tells me something different. And that's right. Every app is going to be different because they all figure it out differently. Now, in terms of figuring out your macros, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And if you've made it, let's see, my timer says about 35 minutes on my camera. So, if you've made it, it's going to probably be about 36 minutes in this video to find the answer. The answer you're looking for is, frankly, it's a total crapshoot. That's all I can say. There's standard macros standardized macros, as in that's probably where those apps are getting their macros from. Like I said earlier in the video, everyone is different. Everyone responds to everything differently. For instance, in terms of diet, men typically respond better to keto than females do. At least that's what I've read. I don't know the scientific reasoning and all that and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, from what I've seen or read, men typically respond better to keto than women do. I respond better to low-fat diets like women do. So, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Because I'm clearly a guy. I'd hope so. And, if I'm not, then my birth certificate is wrong. So. Alright, so. What I typically tell anybody about macros is simply start with the basic one. 40-40-20. 40% protein, 40% carbs, 20% fat. Okay? And then what you also have to do while you do that, and I guess I probably should have started from the beginning rather than start in the middle. Hey, that's a good idea. Is you have to find an average of how many calories you need a day to maintain your weight. Okay, now that's kind of hard because there's water weight shifts and it's, everything, but what do you have to eat per day to basically maintain the same weight? Okay? And then once you figure that out, and there are calculators online, but they'll give you a ballpark idea, but they're not going to give you a 100% right answer. So once you figure that out, then you can use the basic formula for macros, which is 40-40-20, which is your basic bodybuilding macros. Okay? See how your body responds to that. If you're still maintaining weight, then, fluctuate things. Increase your carbs, decrease your carbs. How do you look if you're trying to lose weight? If you decrease your carbs, from the 40-40-20 split, let's just say you take in 100 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of fat a day. That's unrealistic, but I'm going to keep the numbers easy, right? All right, so you want to lose weight. So now you're taking 100 grams of protein, 80 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fat. All right, so you do that for a month. How do you look? Do you look better? Do you look worse? Did you lose weight? And then maybe next month, instead of lowering your carbs, you lower your fat. So instead of, 180-20 for all your macros, you're at 100-115. Okay, now how'd you look after that month? Did you lose weight? Did you look better than when you dropped your carbs? Some people are, carb sensitive. Other people aren't. It's all going to matter. It all comes down to what your body responds to. Like I said, I've ran low-carb diets, and I had no strength at the end. I looked, of course I had no glycogen because I was on low carbs. So I looked very flat in the gym. I couldn't maintain a pump. It just messed with my head, and, I couldn't maintain that. On a low-fat diet, I was still eating almost 300 grams of carbs a day, and I was maintaining strength. I was dropping body fat. So for me, I found out that I needed, last year on my macros, 200 protein, 300 carb, and I think at the end I was down to 55 or 60 fat. And that was just through experimentation and finding it. I would always lower my carbs prior, but I was like, this year let's lower my fat and see what happens. And I lost weight easier. I was in a better mood. I maintained strength better, and I probably looked better. I don't know. I'm born with this ugly face, so, you kind of got to exclude that. But I started rambling about this, but like I said, there's no perfect way to do it. It's trial and error, and that's simply the best advice I can give you. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little about me. You know, Dog Pound Fitness if you're new. So, if you enjoyed the video, remember to comment. Remember to like the video. And remember to subscribe. We gotta grow the pound.